Okay, so today in Beam, we're going to be doing the SP Dunekicker versus the D-Series prerunner. And for this test, I have made these about as even as I can without getting to the point where I'm being unrealistic. But I've taken all the extra gear off of the prerunner, like toolbox, oil, a lot of extra components that the prerunner normally would have to get the weight down, because it is still at 6,587 pounds. And as you can see, 745 horsepower. I'm running the the bigger motor in the SP Dunekicker, which actually increases the weight by about 250 pounds. And it still has more power. So yeah, we're going to be hitting this straight section right here. This one right along here. We're just going to hit this straight section. Keep track of our airspeed. So we're going to go right about that corner. This isn't a super scientific test because I don't have any tracks laid out to hit. But we're just kind of starting this section here, and you see here in the bottom right corner we got our airspeed. We're going to watch that and just kind of compare the speeds of these trucks. They're both running low stall torque converters, which I found gives me the best speed through these loop sections. Both the tunes were done by me, suspension-wise, and configurations. Overall, I did everything. I will say, so the prerunner is four-wheel drive, which is an option that you have, is throwing on a front differential. And four-wheel drive for high-speed driving like this, you'll see it's as straight as an arrow. It just tracks way straighter, way easy to control. I think I said way easy there. Way easier to control. It just feels much more secure at these high speeds. But you'll also notice that this thing just soaks up everything a lot better. When driving them, I would much rather drive this in any desert scenario. The thing the prerunner has going for it is that it has capability to do anything you want it to. You can throw 42s on it and take the fenders off and make it a absolute beast at doing everything and like make it well-rounded, kind of like an Ultra 4 truck. Whereas this is much more just streamlined, designed for being a Baja truck. Rear-wheel drive, layout, it's a trophy truck. That's all there is to it. It's not four-wheel drive, which is very common in trophy trucks. There are some, like the Mason Motorsports, and there's a few others to name, but that are actually using four-wheel drive system nowadays. But it's hard to get a lot of travel and reliability out of four-wheel drive, as you'll see in the Mason Motorsports that are lucky if they make it 1,000 miles. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what my airspeed was here. But this is a video I've been seeing a lot of people ask for by other YouTubers, but I don't know if they'll ever do it because they don't really know what they're talking about when it comes to off-roading. No offense. Not that they need to know. This truck is definitely much more well-rounded for this kind of thing. It's just designed to do this. The D-Series is great, but it is not the same. A prerunner and a trophy truck are not the same. Usually the budget is pretty much unlimited in one of these. That's why there's an unlimited configuration on here. That means unlimited class. It's the the regulations are very loose. I even took the window nets off the prerunner, which if this was going to race, those are pretty much required by literally every race series in the desert, so that you don't rip your arm off. But they drop 20 pounds per corner, or per side, so I took them off. Yeah, like I said, this is four-wheel drive, which you can see the axles, kind of. Yeah, right there, there's your axle, which those angles are not ideal, as you can see. They're definitely hard in the CVs, but we don't have durability simulation on Beam yet, so we'll just pretend that it would not break under 745 horsepower and smashing whoops. Yeah, this truck is still heavier, which adding that weight back will definitely diminish the fact that this thing is even good at all compared to the SP. It's definitely, it's good at what it does. Another thing with a prerunner is that it will have, it's usually based off of a factory chassis of some sort. So this one, you know, who knows what the factory configuration is supposed to be, whether it's a Chevy, a Dodge, Ford, whatever. But it has a factory frame rail, which you can see right here, factory frame rail. It's not a complete tube chassis like this, where there's no factory frame rail. This is all completely custom made. A lot of money on the budget side. It's just not the same. And I was just going through the comments of some bigger YouTubers where everyone claimed that they are the same. Why would they add a trophy truck when we already have that? Well, here's why. It didn't actually break. Usually it breaks on that landing. The trophy truck is much more durable. Uncomparably more durable. Takes a lot more force to actually break stuff on it. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, we're good. Which I did tune this to be as competitive as possible. I did not skew my results. I have no idea what my airspeed was on either run. And I would not doubt that this would be a little bit faster with the current configuration, because it's pretty competitive on the weight and horsepower, but it's four-wheel drive, which is a massive advantage. So we're going to go through here and find... where's it at? Don't mind my names in there. There's a couple weird ones. But yeah, like this. I'm using QMS suspension parts, the vanilla shocks. This is a Nix bumper. I'm not sure who has the... this might be vanilla, the dove cut, I'm not sure. But yeah, again, Nix suspension here, but the vanilla shocks. Vanilla shocks, the new shocks are... they are it. They are the best. These are also Nix tires, Nix tires, 42-inch Trepadors, Maxxis Trepadors. This thing is a crawling beast. It also does pretty good in the desert. It needs more power to get these 42s on top of the whoops, but otherwise it is very well rounded. And that is the beneficial part of having both trucks. The SP just is great at hauling ass, and that is what it's made to do in the desert. Whereas this can do everything. But it just kind of opened the avenue, in my opinion, for modders to keep building for the Baja scene, the off-roading scene in Beam, and we'll see where that goes. And I'm sure that any people that complain about this probably doesn't interest you. That's fine. Well, I'm sure the next update, I highly doubt it's going to be another off-road oriented update. I just really doubt that. And I'm not going to get butthurt over it. It's fine. I'm just glad the devs are doing a lot of work, and they showed that. They did a lot of research making this truck as realistic as possible, and I think they did a great job. Now I'm going to, I'll just drive around for a bit, mute my mic, and let you guys watch this thing eat some whoops. Thanks for watching.